Podfix.
Sorry, Jimmy Stewart here. I like Christmas and mouse and weens.
Mouse and weens and a 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 mouse and weens, mouse and weens and a mouse and weens, mouse and
Weens.
Woohoo!
Here we are
Happy
again.
holidays!
Happy holidays from Mouse and Weens. I am Joelle. I'm Mouse. I'm the mom one down in San Diego.
I am Weens, and I'm up in LA, and I'm gorgeous.
You really are. I'm looking at a picture
thank
of you right
you.
now in my little Christmas decorated cubby hole of a recording studio, wearing my brown trench coat. But Mom hung all these cute Christmas lights up last time she was here. Isn't she great? Did you like
I
our
love
last
Mom.
episode?
I think she's
know.
great. Did
She
you
was
guys
great.
listen? She's wonderful.
I know.
And she
Hello,
birthed
listeners.
us. One made it out the twink. One made it out the stomach. Which one do you think made it out of the twink?
Oh, sick. Nice song. I like it. We were just talking about Christmas songs too, and songs for our patrons, and yeah, songs abound. But Weens, how are you? I want to hear about your week. We haven't really talked. You've been so busy.
I know. So is that true though? Are you just asking me because you really want to hear? Okay, wait. I
do.
just said before we started recording, I'm going to be super positive. I'm going to see what it's like because, hi. Well, this week I've had a really great week. I am so excited I've been taking courses and classes.
Barf.
What?
You're fake happy right now. I can tell.
How can you tell? I thought I was doing well.
Oh, okay. All right. Keep
But
going.
can't you fake it till you make it?
Mm-hmm. You sure can.
Yeah. So put on that smile. Crocodile.
See?
Okay.
Quick,
Well,
do an
I
ad
can't do
read
it
right
either.
now. You're in the mood.
All right.
Everyone go
So
to
what did
Dream
you wanna
Dinners.
know?
Mouse and Weens 20 at checkout. You'll get free delivery and packaging.
You're plugging something
It
before
will
we've even
save
talked
your
about
time.
anything?
Yeah, I was using your positivity to do a quick ad read. Okay, get into it. How was your week? You've been busy with school. Tell me
It's
why.
great. Okay,
How?
I will look at all the positives in saying that I've just taken 5 courses at the local college and they're done. And
Yay.
I got all A's. I'm a 4.0 student, folks.
4.0.
4.0. That's
Right
what
here.
happens.
This is
when
my sister.
you're- Mhm.
Weens, this
Yeah.
straight A student. I like it. Very
Thanks.
good.
I really appreciate that. What about you?
Sociology, women's studies, what were they? They were heavy
There was
hitting courses. What'd you learn?
A lot of courses, a lot of stuff to do there in the old brain. There was some. Oh, okay. Here's all the courses that I took because it's been so long since I went to school. I had to take a lot over that I took way back a long time ago. So I had to. Do you really want to know about this, or
Yeah,
are you just
I
asking
do.
me? It seems
No.
like it's kind of not an exciting conversation.
I think it is because I think you're awesome and you are kind of keeping the whole Black Lives Matter thing. I've seen a trend online in social media that everyone's like, great, you did a big black square on your feed way back when, but now what are you doing? And you really are. You're doing it. You're sticking with it and you're learning and you're maybe going to create a career out of it. So
I
what
don't know.
are the
I
classes?
feel that I do know that I get very fired up with the injustices of the earth.
Yeah.
And particularly in that area, it's crazy to read about the history and to see it still happening again and again in different forms. And what the frick, people, what's wrong with this situation? It's so archaic.
I know.
That people have racism at this point in time. Like, what is wrong with people?
You've sent me essays, and it's a lot about just Jim Crow laws and poverty and how things have become what they are now. And I mean,
We watched a video together called Racism, A History. It was a BBC video. We watched it on YouTube. It's 3 hours, so it's a longie. But it really does go back to, like, Darwinian. I almost said Darwinian, but then I wanted to change it to Darwin. But they started like this European Enlightenment. So you got a bunch of foppish princes sitting around smoking each other's dorks and then talking about pontificate, purr, purr, purr. And then they used Charles Darwin as natural selection, going, those people look like apes. And let's create a chart. And it was called the Chronopolitics of Man. And it put black people at the very bottom as subhuman. And as you got lighter skin up to the top where you are human. And they even said black people are, crazy, barbaric, subhuman, wild, not to be trusted. And these were all the rhetoric that they implemented. And then white people were refined, dignified, beautiful. And then that became what most Europeans said, oh yes, it was a big deal. And then we came to America with that same idea. And then also, that's one part of it. And also money. It was all about money. And this was remember when we watched that racism documentary?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it said Europeans weren't really racist, although that is part of it, that thing I just said. But it also was like, they weren't really racist as much as they wanted money.
They were motivated for free labor and
free labor.
Yeah. And it was
and
chattel,
that seems to also be the case today.
So awful. Yeah, the whole thing is just gross and I don't see a way out, but I hope that there is change. I'm glad we have a new president.
Yay! And Joe. Okay, wait. On our race episode, we had an episode I'm really proud of where we talked about race, but also someone I just talked to, Akello Stone. He's an amazing sociologist, great guy. He's a friend of Ahmed's, and I just talked to him. He helped me figure out college stuff. He's great. He took a lot of time to do that. He also listened to the episode and really loved the part about Charlotte wanting to dress up as a Black Panther.
Aww.
Like, I think that was really important. A lot of people picked that out of the episode as being, because I think it brings it down to earth.
Right.
Like, this concept that's like, okay, how are we implementing this and what are the issues with your daughter?
And so he was in full support of let the kid dress however they want to dress. It's not a slight to anybody. Or what was his point?
I think he just liked how it was discussed. And for anyone who hasn't listened to this, which we just assume everyone's listening to every episode. But
yes,
it was,
of course.
Charlotte, Joelle's daughter, when she was 4 or 5, wanted to dress up as her hero character, who was a Black Panther. Mm-hmm. And you can tell the rest. You were worried about it because
we bought the costume. I didn't even think twice about it. I was like, of course you can. And was like, girl power. That's amazing. Great. And then I saw online, social media, everybody has to spew their case and make it into a whole issue, that it was racist for white people to dress like Black people.
Who was saying that?
Even little kids. Oh, I don't remember. It was just a whole community of thought, of like, are you going to go forward with letting your kid dress like Black Panther? Is that right?
I just wonder if that was from white
I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to go back and look at old posts and see. And
because it doesn't seem like I don't think people from the Black community would have said that as much. I'll bet you it was white.
I know.
Let's look that up.
I wonder. Yeah, we'll look it up. But yeah, anyway, that episode was nice because hearing people talking about it from their perspective of that's wonderful, let her be who she is. And next time be more confident and proud and, do it. Don't, because I shied away from it. I was like, okay, well, I don't want to offend anyone. So we didn't do it. Yeah. And I'm kind of bummed we didn't. And I'll do it.
Well, you can do it again.
Time. Yeah.
Reintroduce it and let them rip.
Yep.
Yahoo!
We're ripping over here.
Ripping and dipping. It's Christmas. It's Hanukkah. It's all Kwanzaa. It's all of the holidays wrapped together.
It is.
Everybody
We're doing
celebrate.
Our Hanukkah candles. I'll have you know, we have been lighting candles every night. Yep, and it's really cool. I sent you that little kind of prayer sheet, but more than that, it's more like character points. Like every night stands for something else, like love and friendship and love thy neighbor, and So we've been doing that. Peace on earth, and we have the kids read the little passage, and we light a candle and talk about it. It's very
keeping it alive.
Yeah.
So they have Judaism in their house. They have Christianity a little bit, Lutheranism. What else do you have?
Yeah, we're kind of a mishmash. Atheists. A lot of atheists, really, to bring it right back down. No, but we're very spiritual. We want to be kind It's the religion of kindness, and just be good. Be good people and share the wealth. And we're working on that because with teenagers, they're very selfish. Kids are selfish, just intrinsically. Although sweet little Charlotte would give you the shirt off her back.
Charlotte is the sweetest.
She's a different breed, man. She popped out that way.
Boys and girls.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder if it is a boy thing, that boys are just selfish.
No,
and
because I have friends whose
stinky.
kids. I have two friends who have a boy and a girl, and they're both equally giving. They'll give you anything. They just want to share, and it's super
How
sweet.
are the dads? Are they emulating their male role model?
Probably, yeah, I would say.
Okay, so is your husband selfish?
He has a tendency to want to care for his family with extreme measures first, and then he'll consider the
I
rest
like
of
that
the
because I'm a
world.
part of it, so I get extreme care too.
I was just
enjoy
telling
it.
him that a great Christmas gift for you would be for him to do some free copywriting of your songs. Because I was
Ooh.
thinking you have this catalog of songs out there that we use at the end of all of our episodes, which everybody please do go back and listen to each episode. And if you do know
Thanks,
listening,
Joe.
just fast forward to the end. Just listen to all the outro songs because it could be maybe 2 or 3 albums of your work, Julianne. It's really good.
Oh, thank
And-
you. I am a member of CSAC. I signed up when I worked on the Aquabat Super Show.
Oh,
I wrote and directed commercials that I put music on it.
okay.
And my dear friend, Warren Fitzgerald, gave me a good tip on, if they're over 30 seconds, you get paid every time the commercial's aired.
Wow. So you'd get little residuals from that? It's
Yeah.
still out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
It's still coming in. And sometimes it'll come in more than others. It's pretty trickled down now. But
So can you do that with these songs too?
I think it has to do with, you could copyright your songs all day long, but if no one's listening to them or if they don't put them anywhere, it doesn't really matter. So I
Yeah.
have a representative over at CSAC, but I don't really have anything going anywhere because I don't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So I need to figure out a way.
Yeah.
You could probably do song placements. It's one of those weird things that's difficult to figure out, I think, and everybody wants to do it and they go, where can I've gotten a couple calls from buddies that are like, how do I get my songs on TV? I'm like, ooh, if I knew that, I'd be
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know people, or you could put them on Band Taxi. There's like
Yeah.
a website for that.
Or
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp. Didn't you say that was like a
Yeah, that's it.
I asked Dave too, just from a layman's point of view. I'm like, what's the difference between just putting your song out there in a published medium like a podcast? Is it already automatically copyrighted? He was like, yeah,
No.
but if someone steals it or uses it, you would have to prove lost wages or lost damages or whatever, versus if you have it copyrighted before it's published and it's officially done and it costs $35 per copyright or whatever and it's filed the right way, then you get to collect, it's like $150,000 per
Ooh.
misuse of it because it,
Snap.
yeah, something like that, where there's just never
Question.
a question. Everybody always settles. Because you can take down whole companies. Because if you use, a second or something of like 8 songs, it's like $150,000 times. I don't know. I might be talking out of my ass right now. I should probably get a quote.
Then you'd have
from
bad
him.
breath.
What? Talking out of my ass. Oh, I was being so official, and you had to bring it back to
Sorry.
the gutter.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's my sister. Anyway,
Let's take that out. That's gross. Sorry.
forget it. Anyway, so music, let's do something with your music. I want to put it in one spot and link it up and have it available for people to listen to. Perhaps.
Thank you, Joe. You're a real
Bandcamp.
mensch.
We'll look
You're a
into that.
mensch.
Thank you. I try to be. That was day 5.
That's really nice. It's I don't know how good anything is, really. You never quite know. I myself have no idea what people enjoy or not, but you just do it anyway, right? Like
Yeah.
any art, you just do it because you like it.
Get it
And
out
then it's
there.
nice if you put it out there so you at least go, well,
Yeah.
someday. I had who was it? Fox TV. Someone from that went on Vimeo where I have like weird old videos that half of them are just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And they called and said, "Hey, we'd love to use your video on a game show."
Oh, yeah. I posted
Remember?
that. I think
Yeah.
it's,
It was a
I'll
game show
repost
called
that.
Eyewitness.
Yeah. Yep.
And with a guy from Talk Soup who
Yes.
was the host. And I don't know anything about it except that they used it and they paid me $3,000
Wow.
for a video that was just sitting there.
That's so cool.
So,
All
yeah.
right. The point of the story, people, is just do it. Just get it out there. It doesn't have to be
Do it
perfect.
and put it somewhere where people can find it,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. All right. Good.
So, which we all kind of do. We have websites, but my problem is they just sit there and nobody knows they're even there.
I know.
So,
SEO. It's all about search engine optimization.
oh,
Learning all
look
these
at you! Look
terms,
at you!
doing our new
Okay.
website and stuff like that. But
Well, enough about me. What do you think of me and my song? No, I'm just kidding. No.
Julianne, guess what?
What?
We are sponsored by Dream Dinners. You know about Dream Dinners. You've stayed with us. We've had great meals with them. Let me tell you about it. Dream Dinners benefits you and your lifestyle, listener, through less shopping, healthy home-cooked meals, most in less than 30 minutes, and everything is already prepped for you. You don't have to do any of the washing, the chopping. It's all done for you. It's great. You can modify the menu that you choose according to your family's likes, dislikes, and allergies with special notes in the instructions. It's really easy for people who don't know how to cook, and for those who do, but they want a break from prep and planning. That would be me. I get so tired of trying to think of meals, so this makes it so easy. You just pull out a meal at the beginning of the week, put it in your fridge. It's ready to go. Open your fridge, pop it in the oven or on the stovetop. 20, 30 minutes. It's the best. And we've had great meals. We've had lots of chicken dishes with really interesting sauces. There's a piccata and a marsala. The kids love this pub-style chicken with the mashed potatoes, garlic mashed potatoes. They have salt and pepper fries. They have almondine green beans. I mean, all sorts of stuff. You get sides. It's great. Really, really good stuff. High quality food, healthy. You will save an average of $200 a month off your grocery budget. The average cost is about $6.50 per serving, which is so much less than if you go to takeout or restaurants or even some of the other boxed meal prep services. You'll save about 20 hours a month from shopping and prepping, and you only have to come in and pick up or have it delivered once a month. And because they're not a subscription service, you can get them as often as you'd like, so you can stop whenever you want to. Anyone who's within 25 miles of the Poway or San Marcos store here in San Diego will get free delivery, free packaging while we're in the purple tier. Usually it's a $25 charge, but it's free this month. And you can enter mouseandweens20 upon checkout when you choose your meals, and you'll get 20% discount. So everyone, please go to dreamdinners.com, choose your location, and you are welcome.
No, what about you? Tell me about your week. And thank you for all that, by the way.
You're
I
welcome.
kiss your face through this microphone.
Oh, please, right on my kisser, because I have a runny nose, everybody. That's my news. And this fun little runny nose popped up at the same time that Charlotte's little runny nose popped up.
You're
and
kidding.
Toby's little runny nose popped up.
Ew.
And, during these times, we start to wonder, why do I have a runny nose? Is it just allergies? Is it just a cold? Or is it COVID? And dude, we're 5 days away from driving out to Idaho to see Grandma, who is in her young 70s and happens to catch every germ we blow her way. So I did the responsible thing yesterday, and I went and got COVID tested.
How was it? Tell me about the process.
It was interesting. It was fine and super quick, relatively speaking. I expected to be, in some huge long line for hours and hours and hours. But I called my doctor because I was thinking, okay, if I can just get a rapid turnaround test somewhere, he can, authorize it and it gets covered by my insurance. Because I looked up prices, and to get like a quick turnaround one was pretty expensive. And I was like, ugh. And if all 5 of us had to get it, it would really add up. So but then when I called the doctor, he's like, oh, we just refer everyone to the San Diego County.gov website, and you can get free testing. So I did the county testing. I went to one site. I drove there with Charlotte. It only took scheduled, what are they called? Not reservations, appointments. So I had to go drive to another one. That was kind of a bummer, but I ended up going over to Cal State San Marcos. They had a big site. And I stood in a big line outdoors, and everybody's a good 6 feet away, but you kind of snake around until you get to the front. I signed up. You go in a room. Charlotte came with me, and they check your ID. They enter your info. They give you this little tube, and then you walk to another room with your tube, and they, I just like to say tube.
Yeah, sick.
They give you a swab. A new guy, a nurse person, gives you a swab, and
In your nose or your cheek?
Nose. But he handed it to me, so it was a self-test. So it's a long Q-tip. I just stick it into my nostril, and twist it, twirl it around 3 times, and
Did
then
you have to go to the top nostril or the lower nostril?
no, just as long as the cotton tip was, which is a little bit longer than a Q-tip cotton tip. Does that
Okay,
make
because
sense?
someone just told me her story, which the lady shoved it all the way up like in her sinus part.
That I've heard, but that was like a different kind of test. I think
Okay,
this
got it.
one is like an easy, low pain one.
Continue.
Isn't this great hearing about nostrils? So you stick the cotton in and swirl it around. It was so easy. But then the awkward part was it makes you want to sneeze. So I was standing there holding it, and you have to hold it for 15 seconds in the nostril after the swirl. And the guy was awkwardly counting with his fingers on one hand. So he would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with his, thumb, finger. And then he'd start over with the fist. 1, 2, 3. So he was doing 5 times 3 is 15. He did it 3 times. It was really awkward. I started laughing. I kept looking at Charlotte so I wouldn't laugh or sneeze.
Why didn't you just count to 15?
Yeah, I don't know. But then Charlotte was counting too. It was a whole counting thing. It was really awkward. And then and then I have to switch to the next nostril, same swab. And I don't know. All these thoughts were going through my head. I'm like, I never thought I'd be standing in front of someone, picking my nose and counting. It kind of was this whole, what if I were on a date? Is this a awkward first date? It was just, I had all sorts of thoughts. But anyway, you stick it in the tube, hand it to the guy, and then you go. That was it. So 2 to 4 days, but then my doctor's office was like, often they get them way before 2 days. So we'll see.
Wow, Joe, this is big news.
Yeah, but the runny nose totally went away. I mean, it was kind of gone by the time I went and got the test. It was really only that one day and maybe part of the next morning. And the kids are fine. They're all dried up. Nothing to
Everyone's
report.
fine.
I'm
This
sure
is
it's
a happy
fine.
ending.
Yeah, I looked at the list of symptoms, and a runny nose is way down there. It's always like fever, and so I think we're fine. It was just kind of a measure of like, let's just make sure, and then I can say I got it done. We can see Grandma. It
Good
won't
for you.
feel scary. I don't know. Yeah. So go get it done, everybody.
Congratulations,
If you
Joe.
have
You're a
questions-
responsible adult.
Yeah. Message me, listeners, if you want to know exactly what to expect.
Just go to the CDC or the .gov website, right?
Yeah.
It's-
We are not medical experts. Do that instead. That's better.
We are not medical experts.
We are not.
.com.
We are experts in all things Christmas, though.
Oh,
aren't we?
I thought you were giving a website. What's the website you would go to get
Oh.
the free COVID test?
I would say cdc.gov and then Google, how to get a COVID test in blank, your town.
Okay.
and
Perfect.
The
Thanks,
government, the county ones come right up. So that was it. Update. I got my results within 48 hours and I'm negative. That's my
Joe.
week.
Perfect.
Other than
love
that, busy getting ready. And
Holidays. Your house is beautifully
it
decorated.
is. I finally got it
Yeah.
decorated. And we have our cards are going to be picked up from Costco today. I mailed it in. No pun intended.
You were really not happy about your cards.
I know. This is a big thing. Who out there does nice cards? Who out there does just the basic photo card from Walgreens or Costco or whatever? And who out there says, screw it, I don't do cards? I want to know. And
You know who had the...
Yes.
Can I just give a shout out
Yes.
to Tall John, who I love, John Schroeder. And he had the best card he sent when I was born, and I got a card from him.
Who's John
that
Schroeder?
was
For people that don't know.
he's an producer on Bob's Burgers, and he worked as a writer for many shows like Jimmy Kimmel and Sarah Silverman and things like that. So he's kind of a staple in the comedy scene,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a great guy. But he had a card where he was dressed like a Hitler with the little lederhosen on the Christmas card, and had someone's baby in his lap who was like in lederhosen, who was crying, just going, rah, like struggling to get out of his lap. And he was dressed like Hitler. It was very funny. But this was years ago.
That's awkward.
That was the Christmas card.
Is that funny though? Or is that offensive?
I don't know, and I hope I got this right, because maybe it was just like a weird man and it wasn't Hitler. Let me check my facts.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Funny Hitler Christmas. That's
Wait,
good.
but yeah, is that offensive?
I don't know. Some people might say
Have you seen Jojo Rabbit yet, by the way?
No, I need to see it. Is it good? You loved it.
Well, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I think you should see it, because then it will put into light, it's like how a commentary that is still comedic around something terrible.
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's different. I get it, what you're saying.
Process
Okay.
these things. That's good. I like it.
Holidays, Joe. Hey, I have a
Holidays.
question for you. And I have a question for our millions of fans out there.
Yay.
I pulled this up earlier because I want to find out from people and from you, Joe. Let's ask a couple of questions about this old Christmas list. Okay?
I love it. Yes. We have it.
All right. I'm going to pull up. I typed this in. Sorry, now I'm doing gross swallows. But I typed in, it's 50 intimate questions to ask your forever person this Christmas.
Intimate.
Mouse, you're my forever person because I've known you forever.
Yay. Good.
Okay, here I go. I'm going to scroll down the list. You're not going to know. And we're going to ask questions of our millions of fans about this too.
Okay.
Do you consider yourself a Grinch? That's boring. I don't like that one. Hold on. I'm going to flip to one.
You're
and
the
I'm not even
Grinch.
gonna
You
look
got
at it.
negative instantly. Do you consider
didn't.
yourself a Grinch?
Yes, with that question. Okay, number 19.
Ooh.
Would you ever send out holiday cards with our pictures on them? Me and you, lover? That's weird. I think this is for a couple.
Wait, can I just talk about this? Because we did one
Sure.
year. We were both single and we were working together at Neurocrine, but we were both in the graphic design, marketing / whatever, HR department kind of. And we used the company printer to make cards. Do you remember this?
No.
With that, I'll find the picture. I'm going to post that too. But we sent them all out. We were all proud of ourselves. We sent them mostly to family, but also to friends. And then after the fact, I was like, that's odd, I think, to have sisters sending out a card and to be like, hi. I don't know. Because a lot of people will see us together and they think we're like a lesbian couple. So
Well,
I was wondering if people think it's odd that siblings would send out a card to their family. Is that odd, people?
this is where we have to break societal norms.
I know,
think who cares? See, this is very different in the world of a lot of single people in LA and artsy people or whatever.
Yeah, nobody thinks
I shouldn't
like
just say that. It's like people send out cards and they're by themselves and they have their cat and it's not weird and they're alone and they have their cat and they love their cat and they sleep with their cat.
Do you have a cat card coming anytime soon?
I wanted to do one, but then I did think
do
might be a
it.
little-
Do it. Everyone loves a cat.
I don't have any time. I'm very busy. But okay. So what's your question from the list that you're supposed to ask me?
Okay. Have you ever gotten stuck working on Christmas?
No, never.
Really? Not on a film shoot or anything?
Nope. Everything has gone down for Christmas. Or if I would have had to, I would have said no.
Good.
I think this is a great holiday and I think everyone should be off for it.
Okay,
Do
good.
not work through Christmas. But this is a testimony to our wonderful mom and family that made Christmas a big whoop.
Yeah.
So you really don't want to miss it.
Now, wait, did you go to Christmas parties, like work Christmas parties? Those are always fun.
Work Christmas parties. I went to yours at Neurocrine when we worked there together.
What was yours too?
And then I went to a couple film shoot ones, yes.
Anything wild happen? Anyone hanging from the chandeliers or?
Oh, gosh, I do remember. The first story that comes to mind is just David, the sweet head of security. I remember that was from The Rookie. It's just fresh in my mind from last year, but I wasn't even there. So this is a story secondhand, but it was at some fancy place. And then there was a fountain when you walk up, like a long fountain that goes in, aligning the pathway to the restaurant that we were all having it in. And then he got really drunk and went face first into the fountain
No.
at the Christmas party.
Oh,
Poor guy.
That sucks. Yeah, because
I
once you do something
know.
at a Christmas party, you can't undo it. It's been done. Everybody's seen it. It's not good. I went to Dave's client. You know, he's a lawyer, so I went to his client's Christmas party. We would go every year up to Santa Monica. And we went with another couple that Dave worked with. And we wives would always get a little tipsy because we're finally out. We finally get to dress up. We're away from the kids. It's a weekend away with our boys. And we got a little too tipsy this one time. And this song came on. And we went out. And we thought we were the hottest dancers on the floor. And Dave was taking video of me back from the table because our guys won't dance with us because they're just,
Yeah. Too
sticks
cool.
in the mud. Yeah. Occasionally they would. But I look back at the video. I look like an orangutan with my arms up in the air. I have these long ass arms and these elbows that stick out. And I was just waving them around. I mean, I thought I looked so good. I was so embarrassed. I'm like,
In your mind, yes.
And then remember
This
the
is the drunk mind, yeah.
yeah, and the older scientist gentleman with the long beard. He was
Oh yeah, you love that guy.
almost exactly like, what was his name? I can't remember, but it was like
Gandalf?
he looked like Gandalf, and he was like the guy in that meme where he's dancing with a cane, and then he throws his cane off to the side and he starts boogieing. And
Oh, I love it.
he loved us. He was the only one that would dance with us, so he was our dance partner. But yeah, that was fun. All right, what's another good question?
What was the best gift you've ever gotten from your parents? Ooh.
I don't know. I hate this question. Like, I
Okay,
hate these
let's move
extreme.
on.
What's the best ever? Well, I'm trying
Yeah.
to think. Do you remember? Do you have one that sticks out? I mean, I remember when we got our puppy. That was cool.
This one says, do you own an ugly Christmas sweater?
Yes.
Why don't you tell a story about Snowflake sweater? Ooh.
Oh, you tell it, because I thought everything was fine. You were the one observing from the sidelines.
Joelle had this period when she and Dave, her current husband, there was a period, they were dating for 9 years, or boyfriend, girlfriend.
We dated like a year on, a year off, a year on, a year off. We had ups and downs.
Okay, well, in her down period, that's very different from 9 years, but whatever. My details are mixed up. For 1 year, she had a freewheeling spirit to date a bunch of men. This is along the lines of her guy who wore those big boats, those big old leather boat shoes. That was one of her guys.
Oh, trusty rusty.
Brown loafer guy, loafers, no socks. All I thought about was what those shoes must have smelled like, because we lived together and I would see him on the floor and I'd always run the other way.
She has a foot thing, guys. Okay, go ahead.
No, it's a no sock shoe thing. Anyway, she was dating another guy that I remember one time he showed up. Joelle said, "Oh, I'm dating." What was his name? Fabric. What? Well, I don't know why I just said that. Why would I say that? I was thinking Fabio, but I said fabric because I was thinking of a sweater. In my mind, it made sense, but in my mouth, it didn't. Okay, so
Fabric.
his name was whatever.
We'll call him Fabric.
And Fabric. So Fabric shows up, and he was wearing snowflakes on his sweater for no reason. I don't even think it was Christmas, and he had a white turtleneck.
Oh,
This is where my sister likes
he was dreaming.
guys who would hang out in the Aspen Lodge.
I love the white sweaters with the turtlenecks. I love.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
Joe, ow.
Well, if they can pull it off, they have a nice chiseled jaw and nice.
I just think of Jim Carrey and the password is vagina.
See, he was cute. I liked it. No, I met this guy in a running club, and he was like a fit guy, and he was.
Oh,
nice.
that's what it was. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
What can I say? I don't know.
I had
like
an
Hallmark
epiphany. I know
movies,
why
too.
it was weird.
Huh?
He had running shorts on with a snowflake sweater. That's why I remember him.
Oh yeah, that part. That's true. I think he put it on from the trunk because it was cold, but we had just gone running. So then we were like going out to get a drink or a bite to eat or something. I forget. It was like a
But I
running
vaguely
date.
remember a turtleneck with the sweater with running shorts, and it had just confused me, and then I couldn't stop thinking about it.
Oh,
And
Fabric. Oh, you had my heart. I wonder what happened to him. I don't even remember
Fabric.
how we ended. I'm sure it was just a awkward, no
I
chemistry.
know that he's in the fashion district of Los Angeles sewing fabric.
Knitting snowflake sweaters on the corner.
Anyway, that's such a dumb story. Okay, do you have any questions for me?
What is your favorite holiday song?
I like
The dreidel song.
Bum.
Drummer Boy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why?
Dun, dun, dun. I
That's
think
Dave's
it's got
favorite,
that
too.
repetitive beat, which is something that massages my brain. It's the dun 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 dun. It's the same thing I like. Bolero, Ravel.
Ooh.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. It's the dun 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 dun, which is also. Isn't that from Star Wars theme song? What is that? Dun 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 dun
Yeah, there's
dun
that.
dun dun.
That's it.
But and then our good friend Phil Rude,
Phil.
we just were on some kind of, I don't even remember what chat it was, but talking about, he mentioned Radiohead, and I said Paranoid Android is one of my favorite songs. And I think I had to ask my friend Matt Corey, who's a stand-up bassist, who played with Steve Ferroni,
Yeah.
who plays with Tom Petty and blah, blah. And plays with Tom Petty, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm so cool. I'm sorry. He's like the best drummer of all times. I got to call him. We're going to interview him.
Yay, good.
Let's do that. Anyway, point, is that I asked Matt, because he's a music doctorate guy, and I said, why do I like all those songs? Those are my favorites. Drummer Boy, and then the Ravel, and then the Paranoid Android. And he was saying, it's layering. You have your like 4/4 rhythmic thing going on underneath, and then layers come on top of it, and then it gets syncopated often. So it's like dun 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 ba dun 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 ba 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 da da, and then you have a second layer going all over the place on top of that consistent beat.
So heavy percussion does it for you. That speaks to your soul.
Kind of, but like syncopated percussion.
It's got to be
on a
that.
4/4, something like that.
Wow,
So,
that's technical. I like it. Good. I know there is something about drums, man. That's I love that too.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
What
for
is
sure.
your favorite Christmas song?
I like the one that's called the Christmas song. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Like, I think I just love this whole category of music, but that one I can sing.
You know
well.
why? Can I tell you? Because when you sing that, you imagine, like, if you had on a small t-shirt, you would just immediately start putting yourself in front of a fire, and then a turtleneck would grow slowly out of the cusp of your shirt. It would turn into a turtleneck, and then your shirt would grow long sleeves, and it would become fuzzy, and you'd have on a sweater. That's what you're thinking of. You want the freaking turtleneck guy again.
Why?
You like the turtleneck sweater guy because you're
Animated
obsessed with him.
turtleneck sweater. That's weird, but I like it. And yes, I do imagine myself immediately in front of a nice warm fire with nuts.
With who? Guess what? She also imagines
Chestnuts.
she stares at her husband. She looks at she grabs his chestnuts, and she stares at her husband, and his face slowly shifts into Coldplay's Chris Martin.
Come on.
You're
Chris
obsessed
Martin again.
with Chris Martin.
I'm sorry.
We've got to talk about this.
We're not allowed to talk about him anymore. Phil Rude said I need to drop it.
Phil Rude, really,
Rude.
he's figured it out. He's
I know.
rude.
He's got us dialed in, man. Well, I do like the fantasy fireplace and the warm guy up in Aspen, and it could very well be my husband. It could be
your
fantasy
living
guy.
room. Your living room looks
My
like
living
Aspen. This is the life you live right now.
It is kind of nice.
If you see my living room fire, I have a tiny candle burning in front of me, and that's all I get. I'm like the fucking Matchbox girl over here.
and it's fucking idyllic over here. We've got, I don't know, stockings hung. We've got the golden retriever and the cat curled up in front of the fire. It's pretty cute.
Guess what you're missing?
What?
Chestnuts. Okay.
Gotta get some chestnuts.
Anyway,
but yeah, I do like that. I like Christmas music in general because I can sing it, because it's been year after year. I've learned all the lyrics. It's kind of like 4th of July. Those are the only two categories of songs I know all the lyrics to. I don't know lyrics
Joe.
to any other songs. I don't know what my
Except
problem
for
is.
every song on Coldplay. Let's move on. Ready?
Well, all right. Yes.
Do you go to church for midnight mass?
No. But I do have good memories of going back when we were little. We would hold a candle The little preschool down the hill from us where you went had a little
Oh.
thing. I like the high holy day holidays where you get to go to church. I dug it. What about you?
I
Do
like
you
it because
remember
there was a spirit in the air, and there was also, I like when they hit those bells.
Yes,
Did you enjoy that?
the bells, the choral
bells.
bell people. Yeah, the bells. So much. I miss the bells. Let's do it this Christmas. Maybe we can sneak
All
out.
right. Does your family drink alcohol on Christmas, and do you have a story that goes with it?
Yes, and
What?
yes, many. I don't know where to even start with that one.
I don't. Well, was there anything that happened that was like a weird moment, like drunk Santa, or anything funny? Or you could tie this back to your Christmas party if you have a good Christmas
I'd
party
have to
story.
think for a minute. Do you have any that you can think of?
No, not really.
No, me either. I
This is
do
great
remember
television.
I remember singing Christmas carols and dragging the wagon behind us when we were little. Mom would always organize it with our family friends, and we go around in the neighborhood Christmas caroling, like knocking on doors and singing. And we always had a big pot of wassail in the back, which was just like cider and all this stuff. But I think they probably spiked it. But then
Really?
they had like one version for the kids and one for the adults. But doesn't that sound fun to do again? Nobody sings anymore. It's like,
Who goes around caroling? Does
I know,
anyone do
nobody
that?
carols anymore.
I can't believe that tradition is going to the wayside. That was the coolest thing in the world.
In the world. Loved it. Yeah. And granted,
There
we had a
isn't-
singer mom, so she would make it happen. But she would print out all the sheet music and hand it out to everyone. We'd go around. Remember? And then we did it with Dad, and when he was married to his second wife and their family, we did it 1 year. And it was so sweet. I was like, oh, yeah. People
I
do
didn't
still
go with
do
you
this.
guys on that.
Yeah, that was just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So that was good. But
Oh,
Let's bring it
Christmas
back.
Holidays.
I know.
Okay, I'll bring it back.
All
We'll
right.
do it in LA, and someone will throw a COVID balloon at me. Do you know, it's so bad here, and people are like, "Stop! Put on your mask!"
Oh, everyone's got an opinion.
It's very
I know.
volatile.
I had a lady walking across the street from me yesterday. Across. And we have these big, wide, fat streets. And I wasn't wearing a mask. I was jogging with my dog. And she was a little old lady, fine. But she has a mask on and her big hat and her gloves and everything. And then when I ran by, she took her 2 gloved hands and threw them up over her nose and mouth so that my germs from 30 feet away wouldn't get on her as I ran by. Like I was running. It was so dramatic. I was laughing.
Yeah.
But then I have to honor, okay, if that makes her feel
I know.
safe, okay, that's
People
fine.
are very afraid right
I
now.
know, no
and
judgments. It was just, it made me laugh. It was humorous to me.
We were talking about this yesterday, that there are some people that are super rule followers and some people that are not.
Mm-hmm.
And where is that line? Where do you fall on the line of, there are people, because whatever, I won't go into the backstory, but some people will take everything super literally
Yeah.
and, wear the gloves and the mask and the face mask and stand 30 feet like the lady, you know,
Right.
and every, stay inside from this time to this time they would do it, and very rule following. So
Right.
are you a rule follower or a
Um,
light rule follower?
I think I'm middle of the road. And when my kids are around, I try to be, but then they call me out on stuff all the time. Like, Mom.
Do you sing the Metallica song, "Do as I say, don't as I do"? What?
Yes.
Oh, I just messed that up. Oh, I messed that up. Did you hear it? Do as I say, don't do. I don't even remember what it was, but it wasn't right. Ho, ho, ho. Fuck Christmas. Excuse my French. Take that out. I don't want to say bad words anymore. I'm feminine.
Do I need to be here? I'll leave. I really have to pee. You can take this
I have to
segment.
pee too. Do we both have to pee? Let's both tinkle. Tinkly Christmas.
Okay, let's
You know what? There are more holidays than just Christmas. What if there are people that only celebrate Kwanzaa out there, Joelle?
Oh,
what song
true.
do you sing to the people who celebrate Kwanzaa? Go.
I say that you should have a wonderful holiday. I'm very proud of supporting Kwanzaa.
That's a terrible song. That song
Wait,
didn't
no.
even have any
Oh, I
melody
didn't
to
hear
it.
that. That was supposed to
didn't
be
have
a
a backup
song?
singer. Nothing was good about that song.
I didn't know it was a song. I thought it was a message.
I wouldn't even join Kwanzaa because of that song.
Okay,
Oh.
you do a song. You're the songwriter. Go.
All right, I'd like to sing to our Patreon subscribers. Let's do it to, let's create a song that is about, we have Alexander, we have Jody, and we also have Carla. So
Heavy
let's
hitters.
do it in a song right now. Joelle, sing backup. Don't even question it. Ready?
Okay.
And Alexander and Carla.
Bum, 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 bum.
And we have Jody and Carla.
Bum, 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 bum. Let's pick it up.
My voice is shaky when I try to sound small.
Bum, 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 bum.
We have a delay because we're talking on our
Bum, bum, bum,
iPhones.
bum,
Sounds
bum,
really
bum,
off. We'll
bum,
see
bum,
how
bum,
this
bum.
works.
That was harmony, folks.
Done.
Yeah,
Yay!
nailed it. Again and again. We keep nailing things.
Great.
It's great.
Which is great.
Okay.
It's like,
Have you ever kissed someone under the mistletoe?
Joelle,
What?
have I kissed someone under the mistletoe?
Yeah.
Gross. Yes, probably.
Who?
These questions really need to go.
Why?
How would you remember that? How would you remember that you kissed someone? I'm sure it's happened a million times.
Million
I'm
kisses,
the local
eh?
whore. Don't say that. Don't wait. That's a feminist thing. Take that out. I am not. You are. No, you're not supposed to say that. We're supposed to enlighten each other. You're beautiful and strong and like sex. You're a sexual nerd. That's who you are. Don't tinkle. Seriously. Joelle.
I know.
Don't make me say these questions are terrible.
All I
Let's move on.
asked was, have you ever kissed someone under the mistletoe? You took it.
Okay,
and
have
ran.
you? Don't ask me. Have you?
Yes.
Gross. Who? Was it the snowflake? Was it fabric? Did you do him with a mouth and a kiss? I mean, did you?
Kissing is the best. Isn't it the best?
Ugh.
Can we talk about just okay.
She loves it.
I'm gonna set up a scene for you. Ready? Mm-hmm. You
His
see
name's
each other.
Sneed.
Sneed. Okay. This is a shout out for Kelly from Boobies and Newbies. We were just guests on her podcast. It's all about romance novels and Christmas. So you guys go listen. Okay, ready? Mm-hmm. You see him across the room. His eyes lock with yours. You both look up at the mistletoe.
I just tinkled.
You take a step forward. He takes a step forward. The fire is crackling in the background.
My turtleneck is growing.
The turtleneck feels tight around your neck, but you pull it down to reveal the swooping cleavage heaving up and down as you take him in and step closer, and he steps closer to you. The world swirls into a maddening thud of your heart in your ears, in your head. You reach out. He touches your hand. He pulls you in. You stare into each other's eyes. One last second, and then your lips touch. And the warmth grows over your face and down your neck and down your body. You've just entered this magical world where it's just you and him.
Turtleneck.
And the heat of your lips. And you finally break and look up, and there is the mistletoe. Merry Christmas.
And then he says, and it was all yellow. And his turtleneck by this point is all the way up to the base of his eyes. And he can barely sing because
It's rolling up and down.
it's rolling up and down. My turtleneck just got big and hot.
Like your socks are rolling up and down.
It was all yellow.
As
Merry
you
Christmas.
kiss And
Did you just get... You just got yourself excited.
No,
This is a
I was
moment
trying to
with
create
yourself.
a Hallmark moment in romance. novel.
Hallmark.
Did
That
it
just
work?
sounded. Do I need to pay $2.99 somewhere?
Maybe.
This is gross.
Ew,
Dirty.
Was it
Dirty.
dirty? That was a kiss. It was fine.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay.
That was weird. It felt weird. The whole thing was weird. I'm sorry. I apologize. That is not me. Kids, this is your mommy speaking. I don't normally do that.
Ugh. It was a little uncomfortable, but that's okay. I pretended like I wasn't here.
I'm sorry.
I swallowed a couple times. I looked at my phone. Oof.
You did?
Awkward.
I lost you
Awkward.
again. I can't even keep your attention in a sexual kiss.
It was getting weird. I don't want to. You're my sister. But I'm glad you had a moment.
You
with
turned
your
the
viewers.
mistletoe into a gross sexual nerd thing.
You've
All
got
right.
Paul from
Whatever.
Cleveland over there lubing it up. Just kidding. No, I'm sorry. Take that out.
There's so much
Paul!
editing. So much editing this Christmas, you guys.
No.
Oh my gosh.
You know, really, this is about the Christmas spirit. It's about gentle, kind mistletoe.
I love you, Weens. I think you're great.
I think
I
you're
think
great.
you are the perfect part of the recipe that everyone needs for their Christmas.
Thanks. Stick me in your stuffing. Stick me in your stuffing. And in your stocking. Stuff me in your stocking is what I meant to say. Put me in your stocking this Christmas. I'm 6'1", but I'm all fun. Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, everybody. We love you. Thank you for listening. Thank you to our patrons. And thank you to our sponsors. And Happy New Year, you guys. We're going to have fun.
We love you. Watch out for Krampus.
We have... Wait, 2 more episodes and we're at 100. So we'll see you then. Guys, hang on. Listen to all of our back stuff and get ready for a big 100. Coming soon.
Listen to my song, you little jerks. I love you.
Yeah.
Happy Merry Christmas. Happy Holidays. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Mouse is in the snow in Idaho with some hay, dreaming of this bro who wore a snowflake sweater in May. She loves a Christmas party where drunk employees will Xerox their wangs. She'll drink and hit the dance floor and wave her arms like an orangutan. Dingly bells, dingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride a horse with Chris Martin of Coldplay. Dingly bells, dingle all the way. Dingle, 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 dingle. Weens has renounced men, so her cat is on her Christmas cards. She's very comfortable with that, and if you have a problem with it, you can go and suck it. Weens is done with school this year, 2020 frickin' blue. She's confused by her mousy sister, who's a Catholic, atheist, and Jew. Dingly bells, dingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride a pony with Tom Hardy. Dingly bells, dingle all the way. Mouse and Weens want to wish you a super smoochy happy holiday. Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
30 seconds. Ignition sequence start. We got a roll program.
It's not rocket surgery. The latest in science, technology, and geek culture.
Astronauts report it feels good.
Sunday nights from 10:30. Broadcast and streaming live. Podcast at all the usual podcast places. Follow and like us on Facebook and on Twitter at RCKTSRGRY.
Houston, we've had a problem.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
The Eagle has landed.
This was a podcast of the Podfix Network. You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.